Western world has been under a perpetuating impression that the black people are incapable of education, that the black people are incapable of rebuilding, despite the fact that history has proven otherwise, that throughout many civilizations prior to the sad intervention of white racists, that the black people actually had infrastructure, that the black people had economies, they had buildings, schools, resources, and a general structure for living life. It was not until these racists decided to take a share within the black community by exploiting everything the black people ever had, even going as far as practicing gentrification, and even isolating black people from their communities by deliberate force, which has been noted through Africville within the North American hemisphere, for example. You will realize that all of these stereotypes and all of this supposed research that they have proposed has directed towards the black people has been nothing more than actions that they themselves, being the racists, have been guilty of committing towards the black community as a whole. And it would be very sad to actually note that such acts still persist within many organizations that continue to suggest that black people have no place within the Western Hemisphere, despite being brought here with no viable options to grow or no viable reasons to access education. You will find that no law is ever going to stop the act of a racist, and this is the issue that a lot of people never grow to understand, because the idea that just writing a piece of paper without actually proposing the appropriate acts or the appropriate action is enough to solve the problem, without persistently pressuring the problem with as much time as the problem was created, is the main issue. That given that the supposed humanization has been legal since the civil rights movement, there has been no real initiative towards actually helping the black people restructure that economy. The black man prior to the civil rights movement will tell you that he had infrastructure, that he had land, and that he had property that he was entitled to prior to the racists who indoctrinated their belief that he was not. And it is since these white people have been able to impose their laws on the black people that we have lost everything within our community. Marriage rates have declined. The level in which black teenagers are experiencing pregnancy has increased. The infection rate has increased. The dropout rate has greatly increased. And this is the sad reality that the people are not willing to show on paper, specifically as to what the state of living of black people was like before their supposed law of equality was put in place. So that is why you cannot solve a black problem with white people. And I don't know how many times that's going to be attempted throughout history, because every time a a person of color, and keep in mind, I'm not going to state all white people are like this. I understand there are some who are putting forward a reasonable effort to actually understand what's going on. The problem is with these people who do put forward the effort is that they are actually not equipped with the law or even with the safety or the security to practice any degree of sympathy, given that their neighborhoods have openly done everything they can to box off any chance or hope of a black man's growth or survival. You name me one black person who has been able to even thrive or even grow beyond the barriers of having a white person tell him what to do with his business or so on. This is the issue. This is the problem. You never understand the core roots, because this is what they don't even take time to research by themselves. Instead of applying appropriate research to black people, they use laboratory experiments, always gathering their information from the low income areas that they created, gathering their information from stereotypes they created, from social media that they created, every problem that exists within the black community has been exhibited by them. And I don't know how that ends up happening, because it just shows you the lack of control that we as black people actually have over our own narrative, to where we don't actually take the initiative to actually pinpoint, at any point, that giving our last remaining breath or even attention to these bigots is the worst avenue that history has proven timelessly has been the deterioration of many black people. And the remaining masses, I would say, have not grown to realize this, because sadly they have been tricked, they have been brainwashed, they have been educated by the system, the same system that refused them education, now gives them everything they believe they need to hear about being black. Notwithstanding that the word they use, the N-word, which they use to refer to black people, is actually a Spanish, it's a Latin deprived word, which actually proves that white people are incapable of creating anything of meaning, whether it be good or bad, for black people, without actually having to exploit and to monetize and to use black people as the commodity, as they have been taught to use. No different from the commodity you see at Toys R Us. That is how they view you, and this is the serious issue that I'm doing my best to kind of just raise awareness for most people in these situations. That no matter what your education is, no matter how much you're making, you're still a black person, and that's not changing.